As a teacher, I am often asked what your students can be doing over the summer or before kindergarten to help them get ready, and I feel like this is the perfect activity book to get your little one to practice to get ready for school. If they are preschool age or even before kindergarten, heck, even into first grade, I feel like this is such a great practice workbook. Now, if they're a little bit older, this might be a little bit young for them, but everybody needs to be practicing their penmanship, because penmanship is so much more than just having good handwriting. It helps with their fine motor skills. It really helps to develop their brain. And I love that these two books have so many different activities and things for your little one to be doing. I have a 2-year-old in my house and I cannot wait to get him started on these. I like that it comes with 2 different books, and then it starts with very basic activities, like just tracing the line. Another really cool thing about these activity books is they come with these really fun pens that have disappearing ink. So your little one can practice these activities and then give it 20 to 30 minutes. The ink disappears on its own, and then you can reuse the book over and over and over again. So it's such a great investment for your little one. Now, I will say this is an activity that I would definitely sit down and do with your child. Just do a couple pages at a time. Don't push them, don't rush them, don't make this like a stressful thing. Make this fun. Like, try to like make it like, oh my gosh, like we're getting ready for school. We're gonna practice sitting down. We're gonna practice looking at this activity together. All right, we are going to trace the lines from the mittens to the hat, and then be done. Like, do not make this something stressful, because you want learning to be fun and exciting. So you start with tracing the lines, and it gets harder and harder as you go, as your little one develops those skills. And you can always do these out of orders too. And then after a while, you're going to start tracing shapes, and then you get to some logic puzzles. So you're trying to match the cars here, which is super fun. I feel like the colors and the illustrations are perfect for 3 and 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds getting ready for kindergarten and preschool. And then there's so many different activities here for all different interests, like little mazes like that. And so that's all in the first workbook. And then in the second workbook is what is going to be so helpful for kindergarten readiness, is you have shapes. And what is so cool about this material is the shapes are slightly indented, so it really guides your little one's pen as they do the activity. So if they start to stray outside the line, they'll be able to feel it. These pens come with cute little pen grips too, so that you're working on the correct way to hold a pen, which I really appreciate. You don't want your kid practicing like this. You want them to be using the pen grip so that they have correct grip. And then when they are doing it, you can see the pen just like that. So can you see where I just did that A? You can really feel that the grooves in the page are guiding you. And as your little one practices, they'll get better and better. And I love that it's not just basic, boring letters. Like, sure, you start with your ABCs, practicing your letters, but then there are also activities on the back of every page to keep your little one engaged in learning. Like this one, you just trace the letters and you match them with the juice. And so there's all these different fun activities, and then after all of the letters are done, you go into numbers, which I really appreciate, because number sense is something we want to be building at such a young age. And so it not only are we learning to write the number 3, but we're learning what the number 3 is. So you can see 3 balls, and then it has activities. So circle the number of pies here. They need to learn that this is 2 pies. So I feel like there's so many different ways to use this for your child. They are going to be so ready for whatever kindergarten has to throw at them, or preschool. And I love the disappearing ink. So this can be used for your first child. This can be used for your 4th child years later, because the disappearing ink is going to make this reusable. Another great thing about this pack is it came with a bunch of refills. So you don't have to worry about falling or running out of the disappearing ink. You always have refills. It also comes with fun stickers and an achievement chart. So if you are looking for an activity for your little one to make sure that they are ready and learning and they have that hand-eye coordination and those learning opportunities and connection opportunities, it's always a good time. Spending one-on-one time with your child talking about these things is always going to be good for their soul and their mind. So if you are looking for activity books that aren't going to break the bank but are going to bring so much enrichment to your child and their mind, we love these ones, and I highly, highly recommend them as an educator.